It costs $12 million a year to run the Prince George Native Friendship Center. It's a key organization for First Nations people living in the city, and it relies on a number of sources for funding. But one of those sources, the federal government, has announced some changes. 51,000 people used the Prince George Native Friendship Center last year.
I used to use it for employment, search and stuff like that, and the healing center.
Every Thursdays for the literacy program.
It's one of 117 centers across the country, all of which will be seeing changes in federal funding.
What will impact one will impact all. I think the level of impact to individual friendship centers will be really different dependent on the community and the friendship center itself.
On February 6th, the federal government announced it would be condensing 4 programs into 2 under a new umbrella called Urban Aboriginal Strategy. That didn't sit well with the BC Association of Native Friendship Centers. It put out this release, calling it a crisis.
At the time the announcement was made in the media, we didn't have any word at all on what that agreement was going to look like. And so there was an announcement last week at the Gathering Our Voices Aboriginal Youth Conference that there is an agreement in principle, and we've been assured since then that there will be bridge funding in place as of April 1st.
That bridge funding announced on March 19th is a 2-year deal worth $43 million annually. What happens after is still unknown.
Because of the size of this organization, we would not have to close our doors. So might have to tighten our belts a little bit until that funding comes, but friendship centers are accustomed to doing that.
For the people who use the center every day, any service cut would be too deep.
There's a lot of resources here, like the food bank and all that stuff, and yeah, actually it probably will affect a lot of people.